My child, a scary accident is about to happen with you, and these words of mine could save you, only if you will apply them to your life. My child, there are so many days in your life that doesn't go as you were expecting, and similarly, a day is coming when you are about to meet with an accident, but you can avoid it if you do as I say. My child, this accident is not to harm you physically, but to awaken you, to open your eyes to the path that I have laid before you, to draw you closer to me in ways you have not yet understood. There is a purpose in every turn of events, a meaning in every moment of fear or uncertainty, and this is my word to you, to lead you through the shadows into the light that you so desperately need. Listen, my child, for in the quietness of your heart, I am speaking, and these words cannot be ignored. You live in a world that moves quickly, where distractions pull you in every direction, and where the thoughts of tomorrow or regrets of yesterday keep you from seeing the now. Yet it is in this now that life breathes, and it is in this now that danger can be heard before it touches you. Pay attention to the signs, my child. Pay attention to the whispers of your heart, to the soft warnings that surround you like a wind you cannot see but can feel. When you begin to recognize these signs, you will walk with caution, you will move with awareness, and you will avoid what seems inevitable. Do not take my words lightly, my child, for they are not simply a warning but a guide. There is great power in obedience to the call of the Spirit, in trusting that which you cannot always see, in walking as I would have you walk. When you embrace this, the path before you becomes clear, and even if the world shakes around you, even if chaos arises, you will be secure in my presence. There is no accident that can override the armor of faith, no misstep that cannot be turned into a lesson of gratitude and wisdom. My child, you must understand that life is fragile, and yet it is resilient. Your body is a temple of my creation, and your soul is a light that cannot be dimmed. When you walk carelessly, when you let rush or impatience guide you, you place both at risk. The accident I speak of is a reflection of what can happen when minds and hearts are divided, when the soul is unheeding, and when the self places greater trust in fleeting things than in my everlasting care. Turn back, my child. Turn back from haste. Turn back from distraction and focus on the divine presence that is always with you. There will come moments, my child, when you feel as if the world has turned against you, when events unfold beyond your control, and when fear strikes your heart with a force you cannot name. In those moments, remember these words. Do not panic. Do not run without purpose, but pause, breathe, and let my Spirit guide your actions. For it is in stillness, in the quiet observation of life, that the most miraculous escapes occur, that danger is detected before it strikes, and that the soul is steadied against turmoil. You must take care of your body, my child. Eat with wisdom, rest with discipline, and move with awareness. Every step you take matters, and the simple choices of today can shield you from the unexpected tomorrow. Do not underestimate the power of attention, for it is sometimes the smallest act of vigilance that saves lives. Look both ways, think before you act, and remember that the world is full of forces beyond your sight, but never beyond my sight. And yet, my child, even as I warn, I do not speak to make you live in fear, but to make you live in truth. There is a freedom in knowing that the future is not random, that your steps are watched, and that guidance is offered even before the moment demands it. When you take these words into your heart, when you let them flow through every choice, you will walk through life with clarity, and the things that others call misfortune will become merely lessons you have already conquered through obedience and faith. I have created you with a purpose, my child, and purpose requires a presence that is alert, a soul that is awake. Do not falter in small matters, for they will lead to great consequences. The timing of events is often hidden from you, and yet you can always prepare. Stay close to prayer, stay close to stillness, and let your heart recognize my voice amidst the noise of the world. It is in prayer that the eyes of the soul open, in prayer that the hands are steadied, and in prayer that the Spirit sees the path ahead clearly, even when others see only darkness. My child, there will be temptations to ignore these words, to dismiss them as merely thoughts or coincidence. Resist that temptation. There is nothing coincidental in my guidance. Nothing happens without my knowledge, and nothing can touch you without my permission. Trust in this truth, and walk with confidence. When you heed this call, you embrace a shield that cannot be seen but can be felt, a shield of my loving care wrapping you in safety, even when the world does not understand. I will tell you something, my child, that many do not understand. Fear is not your enemy, but ignorance is. When you walk unknowingly, when you move without awareness, you place yourself in danger. Fear, when guided by faith, becomes a light, showing you where to step, when to pause, and how to move without harm. Learn to embrace fear not as an oppressor, but as a teacher, a signal from the unseen that requires your attention. I also say to you, my child, that this message is not only about the accident you fear. It is about all the moments you have been given, and will be given, to live in awareness and in grace. Life is a series of choices, and every choice is a step toward or away from peace. When you walk with attention, when you walk with faith, you align with my plan, and nothing can shake the foundation I have built within you. My child, do not wait for the crisis to remind you of my words. Apply them now, in this moment. Check your surroundings, treat your body as sacred, speak kindly, think clearly, and walk carefully. These are the actions that will save you, not out of fear, but out of love. The love I have for you surrounds you, even when you cannot see it, and even when you do not feel it. He is constant, unfailing, and ready to guide you through every shadow. In addition, my child, you must watch your thoughts. The mind is a field, and thoughts are seeds. When negative or careless thoughts take root, they grow into actions that lead to harm. When you focus on my presence, on my guidance, your thoughts become shields, and your actions become safe paths. Think of these words as your light in darkness, and carry them with you wherever you go, for they have the power to turn away danger even before it nears. You must remember, my child, that nothing occurs without purpose. Even this accident you fear is a mirror, showing you where your attention lacks, where your heart drifts, and where your faith requires strengthening. Embrace this mirror, see what I show you, and correct your course. For when you align with my wisdom, the path before you will be straight. The storms will pass, and what seems like a crisis will become merely a test of obedience and love. I tell you again, my child, do not take this lightly. The world moves fast and life does not wait. Every step you take without attention is a step toward uncertainty. Every pause, every prayer, every thought guided by my presence is a step toward safety, toward peace, toward the fulfillment of the plan I have for you. My child, this message is a call to awake, a call to be present, and a call to trust. Trust not in your own understanding alone, but in my eternal wisdom. When you walk in this trust, you are insulated from what others fear, protected from what others do not see, and blessed beyond your own expectation. So heed these words, my child. Look to the signs, watch your steps, guard your heart, and listen always to the whispers of my spirit. This accident will come like a shadow, and only your faith and attention will turn it away. Do not fear, but do not neglect. Be alert, be prudent, be faithful. In this way you will walk safely, and your life will be a testimony to the power of my love, the care of my presence, and the importance of heeding the words I give. And remember, my child, that I am always with you. In every step, in every breath, in every heartbeat, I am there. When you feel alone, I am your companion. When you feel lost, I am your guide. When danger approaches, I am your shield. This is my promise, and it cannot fail. Be vigilant, my child. Walk carefully and live faithfully. The accident is near, but my word is nearer. Embrace it, and you will walk through this and all things safely, guided by my hand, loved by my heart, and watched over by my eternal presence. My child, I have never left my people without a way through. Think of Noah, who lived in a world filled with chaos, corruption, and unpredictable danger. He obeyed my word, even when others mocked him, even when the sky looked clear and promises of storms seemed impossible. I told him to build the ark, to move with precision and faith, and through his actions, I preserved not only his life but the future of humanity. You see, my child, the danger you face is often like the flood that surrounded Noah, seemingly overwhelming, unexpected, and outside human control. Yet when you listen, when you act with faith, you can escape what others see as inevitable. The words I have given you are your ark, and applying them with attention will shield you from harm. Consider Abraham, my child, who faced a future filled with uncertainty, who was called to leave his home, his family, and everything he knew. He did not understand the full path, and yet he moved forward because he trusted my promises. Just as I protected Abraham from danger on his journey, guiding him through lands he did not know, so I am with you. When you trust and move with my direction, even without clear sight, you are shielded. The accident that approaches can be avoided, my child, if you walk in my guidance like Abraham walked, alert, obedient, and faithful. Look also to Moses, my child, who led my people out of slavery. They were surrounded, cornered, and feared destiny was lost. Yet I opened the sea before them, turning impossible circumstances into a path of escape. Think of this when you feel trapped, or when the danger seems unavoidable. There is always a way through, but you must be ready to follow my instructions, to move with intention, and to trust the path I provide. The parting of the sea was not magic, my child. It was preparation meeting faith, and it is the same for you. Heed my words now, and you will see the escape before you happen. Daniel faced deep danger in the lion's den, my child, yet his trust in me kept him safe. He did nothing reckless. He did nothing ignorant. He simply lived according to the principles I had given him, and when others expected destruction, I provided salvation. Your life is no different. When you walk carefully, when you pay attention to the warnings, when you apply my words, the lions of life will not touch you. This is not about luck or chance, my child. It is about alignment with my wisdom. Remember the children of Israel in Egypt, my child, how they were oppressed, and how I delivered them through miraculous means. Plagues, signs, and guidance led them from danger and into freedom. Sometimes the accidents or dangers you face are like the Pharaoh's army. They may seem to be all-powerful, all-consuming, but when you stay close to me, when you heed my words, you will find that what seemed inescapable is made passable. Your faith is your guide, your attention is your defense, and your actions, aligned with my direction, are your protection. Think of Esther, my child, who stood in the face of potential destruction. She could have turned away, she could have hid, she could have doubted her own worth and safety. Yet she moved with courage, following my leading, and through her many were saved. Courage does not mean you will not be afraid. It means you will act despite fear, and when you act in alignment with me, you will walk through the danger unscathed. This applies to you today, my child. Do not let fear or doubt cause carelessness. Pay attention, think, and move with purpose, and you will walk safely through this time. The story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fiery furnace shows that even when circumstances seem deadly, my presence can make impossible situations safe. The fire surrounded them, yet it did not harm them because they were protected, and because they trusted me. Your life, my child, is no different. The danger that comes will feel immediate and threatening, but your obedience to my words and your awareness of your surroundings will act as your spiritual and practical protection. Look at Joseph, my child, sold into slavery and facing treachery and false accusations. He did not turn to despair. He followed my guidance, lived with integrity, and was protected through the very circumstances meant to harm him. Events that seemed dangerous were turned into pathways of provision. I am speaking to you about this because your current danger, your accident, is similarly a test of attention and obedience. If you apply my words, if you pay close attention to signs and move with wisdom, what seems to threaten you will pass without harm. Remember, my child, that the Bible is filled with instances of protection, not because my people were perfect, but because they responded to my guidance. Noah built the ark. Abraham obeyed my call. Moses followed my lead. Daniel trusted in me. Esther stood with courage. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused to bow. Joseph remained faithful. These examples show you that safety comes through action aligned with my presence. It is not coincidence, luck, or chance. It is the result of trust and application. Now, my child, you must see that your accident is an opportunity, a warning given in love. It is not a punishment, nor is it random. Just as I spoke to my people through signs and words, I speak to you through this message. Heed it. Move with caution. Observe your surroundings. Think ahead. Listen to your instincts, for they are part of the guidance I have placed within you. When you pay attention, when you act carefully, you will walk through this time safely, and you will grow stronger, wiser, and more aware because of it. Look at the instance of Elijah, my child, who faced danger alone, hungry, and hidden from those who sought him. Yet I provided for him, guided him, and made sure he survived. Even in the most isolated moments, my care does not leave you. The accident that is coming is like the hunter in the dark. It can be neutralized, but only if you remain alert and follow the guidance I've given you. Do not trust randomness. Trust me. Do not lean on others' understanding. Lean on my words and your discernment. Remember the story of the Israelites in the wilderness. They were in danger daily. Hunger, thirst, enemy attacks, and yet I provided water, food, and safety through miracles. The lesson for you is this. Even when your life seems surrounded by danger, I provide a way through. The way is often simple. Obedience, attention, prayer, and action. When you walk with these principles, you are safeguarded, just as my people were in the Bible. Look also at the story of Peter, my child, walking on the water. When he took his eyes off me, he began to sink. But when he focused on my guidance, he walked. This is a lesson for you. Distractions, carelessness, and neglect can lead to danger, but focus, attention, and faith can make you unsinkable. The accident you face can be avoided if you keep your spirit and mind centered and your actions in alignment with my words. Every instance in Scripture shows you a pattern, my child. Danger comes. My people face it. My guidance is offered. When they obey, they are protected. This is not a theory, it is a practical plan for your life today. When you pay attention to where you walk, when you follow safety, when you think, pray, and act, you are walking the same way my biblical people did. You have the same opportunity to escape harm. Now, my child, consider the story of Hezekiah, who faced the army of Assyria. The threat seemed overwhelming, and all hope was lost. Yet I intervened, delivering him and his people. This is a reminder that even when danger seems imminent, I am greater than what you fear. But I will not act if you refuse to heed my warning. The accident you're facing is like the army. It seems inescapable. Pay attention, follow the warnings I have given, and you will be delivered as Hezekiah was. Every example in the Bible shows you that my care is active, not passive. I do not sit back and hope you figure things out. I give directions, signs, and warnings. When you follow them, you walk safely. When you ignore them, you walk into danger. This is the same principle as the ark, the sea, the lion's den, the fire, and the path through wilderness. My guidance works, my child, but you must apply it. Do not think this message is only about the accident. It is also about training you to walk with awareness for the rest of your life. The principles are the same. Pay attention, trust my guidance, move carefully, and obey my word. This is how Noah survived. This is how Daniel survived. This is how you will survive. I say to you again, my child, the accident is near, but your obedience, your awareness, and your faith will keep you safe. Think of the Bible stories not as distant history, but as living lessons for you. When you apply them, you are walking the same paths my people walked, and you will see the same protection, the same guidance, and the same deliverance. You are not alone. I am with you, as I was with Noah, Abraham, Moses, Daniel, Esther, Joseph, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, Hezekiah, and Peter, so I am with you. This accident will not touch you if you listen. Pay attention and act. The stories are clear. The pattern is clear. The message is clear. My child, apply my words. Walk with awareness. Trust my guidance. You will be safe, just as I kept my people safe then, and I will keep you safe now.
Thanks for watching God's Words. Subscribe for daily divine message. Click on the notification button so you don't miss out daily.
My beloved child, are you ready to be shocked at night? I am sure you are not. For what is about to happen will be very shocking. Child, there will come a night when 3 days of darkness will prevail over the entire world, and it will make you take out your candles. But do not fear the night, for the night is not your enemy. It is my hand, covering the eyes of the world so that it may see through the heart. When light withdraws, when silence reigns, and the familiar vanishes, I will speak, not to the ear, but to the soul. Do not tremble when the sun hides its face. Do not curse the sky when the moon is veiled, for what you call darkness is but my breath sweeping over the chaos of men. The world will believe it is forsaken, but in truth, it will be closer to me than ever before. For in the stillness of the unseen I will move. and in the blindness of all flesh, I will restore sight to the spirit. Many will scream in fear. Many will hide, clutching their lamps as if fire could save them. But my child, the candle you hold is not for the eyes, it is for the soul. It is the symbol of remembrance, that I am still here, that my promise endures even when creation groans. Those who remember love will see, even in the thickest night. The 3 days shall not come as punishment alone, but as cleansing. The earth, heavy with noise, must rest. The hearts, swollen with pride, must bow. The hands that built towers to heaven must return to the dust, and learn again the humility of clay. When the machines fall silent, and the voices of men are swallowed by the dark, then my whisper will rise like dawn inside you. Child, you will see what cannot be seen in daylight. You will feel the pulse of creation, the heartbeat of stars and the tears of forgotten spirits. Every hidden pain, every buried truth will surface. You will understand the sorrow I carry for the world I made, and yet you will taste my joy, for I have not abandoned you. The night will come swiftly, and those who mock the warning will laugh until they cannot see. They will ask, "Where is your God now?" And in their blindness, I will be nearer than their breath. For I do not leave when the light departs. I am the light that waits beyond sight. Fear not, my beloved. When your window darkens and you feel the weight of stillness pressing upon your chest, remember this: I am not destroying, I am remaking. I am not punishing, I am purifying. I am not hiding, I am revealing. Through the silence that frightens and the shadows that teach, every heart that calls to me in that darkness will find me beside them. Every tear shed in faith will become a seed of light when dawn returns. But those who scorn love, who choose cruelty over compassion, will struggle, for their darkness will mirror what is within them. The night outside will only echo the night they've allowed inside. My child, this is why I ask you now, cleanse your heart before the night arrives. Forgive all who have wronged you. Release the burdens you carry, the grudges you feed. Let go of your anger, for anger burns your candle from within. Love freely, even those who do not love you, for that love will be your light in the coming days. When the world falls into shadow, you will feel the trembling of the earth. Winds will roar, waters will rage, and the elements will seem to fight each other. Yet they are not your enemies. They are my servants, obeying the call to wash away the dust of ages. The storm will terrify many, but you, my beloved, must listen beneath the thunder, for I am there. I am in the roar and in the calm that follows. I am in the breaking and in the mending. Do not open your door during the darkness. Do not seek to understand it with the mind, for this is not a lesson for reason but for the soul. Stay in your dwelling. Light your candle and pray. The candle is faith, the flame is trust, and the wax is surrender. Let the wax melt. It must, for your heart to be shaped anew. There will be voices in the night, some calling your name, some weeping, some demanding to be let in. But not all voices are of me. Discern, my child. I will speak not with fear, but with peace. My words will bring stillness, not confusion. The deceiver will mimic my tone, but his words will breed unrest. Guard your spirit, for darkness tests what light reveals. The animals will sense it before you do. They will hide, they will moan, they will shiver. The plants will bow, the oceans will sigh, and the sky will close its eyes. You will think the world is dying, but it is only shedding its old skin. The birth of a new dawn always comes with labor pains, and the night is that labor. You must endure it with patience and faith. When the third day dawns, when the light returns, the air will smell of rain and ash, of endings and beginnings. Many will fall to their knees, weeping for what was lost, rejoicing for what was spared. You will see beauty in the simplest things again, a bird's cry, a child's laughter, the taste of bread. You will know that every breath is a miracle. Do not ask why the darkness must come. You live among shadows already, but they are hidden by your lights and distractions. You chase comfort, noise, and power, and forget that your soul starves. The 3 days will strip you bare so that you may be clothed anew. You will understand that light without love is hollow, that progress without humility is ruin. You will remember me not as a distant God, but as a presence within every heartbeat. I am not above you, child. I am within you. I am not in the thunder only, but in your quiet forgiveness. I am not the destroyer of life. I am the keeper of beginnings. The night is not sent to crush you, but to call you home. Each cry that rises from the earth will be heard. Each prayer whispered through trembling lips will be caught by my hands. And I will comfort you, though you do not see me. In that silence, the arrogant will tremble, and the humble will shine. The mighty will learn fragility, and the poor in spirit will inherit peace. For my kingdom is not of gold or power, but of hearts that beat in rhythm with love. Remember this, my beloved, fear divides, but love unites. When darkness covers all, the only thing that will matter is love. Love for me, love for one another, love that acts, not speaks. When the candles flicker low, let your kindness be flame enough. I know you fear loss. I know you cling to what is familiar to the light of the world you built. But I tell you, what you lose will not compare to what you will gain. For I will give you sight beyond sight, peace beyond understanding, and joy that no shadow can steal. You will walk among ruins and find gardens sprouting from the ashes. You will hear the laughter of children where once was sorrow. You will see nations once divided clasp hands, weary of hate. For when men taste darkness together, they learn the value of light. Do not think I delight in suffering. I do not. I grieve with you, but I love too deeply to let you destroy yourselves unchallenged. I must sometimes let the storm cleanse what the sun cannot reach. It is mercy, not wrath, that moves me now. The fire that comes is refining fire, not consuming flame. The darkness that falls is healing night, not endless void. And you, my beloved, must be a light for others. Speak gently. Comfort the fearful. Share your bread. Share your faith. Be the calm in the panic, the peace in the storm. For in doing so, you become my hands, my voice, my heart in the world. When the night has passed, remember the lesson. Do not return to your blindness. The 3 days are not an ending, but a beginning, a chance to awaken from the long sleep of indifference. Keep your candle burning, even when the sun returns, for the greatest darkness is not the one outside, but the one within. I will give you new eyes to see beauty where you once saw nothing. I will give you ears to hear truth beneath noise. I will teach you to love what cannot be owned and to trust what cannot be proven. You will no longer seek me in temples of stone or thrones of power, but in the smile of a stranger, in the rustle of leaves, in the quiet pulse of your own heart. This is the covenant of the new dawn, that you will remember that I dwell among you, not above you, that you will see each other as sacred, not as rivals, that you will build not towers but bridges, that you will worship not fear but love. And when you falter again, and I will still be here. I will not abandon my creation, though it forgets me 1,000 times. For I am patient, eternal, and my mercy has no end. My beloved child, when the world trembles and the stars seem to fall, remember these words. The darkness is not forever. The night must come before morning, and morning must come before joy. But joy will come. It always does. For I am the dawn that no shadow can defeat. So when you hear the silence and feel the earth hold its breath, do not despair. Hold your candle. Hold your love. Hold your faith. For you are not alone. Even in the deepest night I am with you. My beloved child, listen, for I speak not to your ears but to your soul. You wonder why I ask you to look to me and not to the world. You wonder why I tell you to trust in the unseen rather than what dazzles your eyes. The answer is not hidden, yet few see it, for they do not look beyond the glitter of dust. The world is not as it seems. It promises you beauty, yet hides decay beneath its ornaments. It offers pleasure that fades like mist, leaving thirst greater than before. It gives applause, yet its voices change with every season. It calls its ways wisdom, yet its wisdom ends in confusion. What you call the world is but a shadow, an echo of something real, but not the source. The world was meant to be a garden, a reflection of my harmony. But when pride entered it, when love was traded for power, its rivers began to darken. Humanity began to worship its own hands, forgetting the one who gave them life. And so, the world turned upon itself, devouring its joy, building monuments to its own emptiness. Still, I have not withdrawn my light. Even now, beneath the corruption, my breath still moves. But child, you must learn to look past the surface. The world teaches you to chase after what is fleeting, to gather gold, to seek approval, to climb thrones that crumble with time. It tells you that worth is measured by possession and truth by popularity. Yet every glittering promise it gives is a lie dressed in light. For what the world exalts, I often humble, and what it rejects, I often crown. You live in an age where illusion has become law. Screens glow brighter than stars, and voices of deceit drown out whispers of conscience. Men and women no longer seek truth, they seek confirmation. They no longer kneel to pray, they stand to boast. And yet I wait, patient as dawn, hoping for one heart to turn and see me again. You ask, why can we not trust the world? Because the world serves its own shadow. It feeds on fear and distraction. It rewards vanity and mocks humility. It praises the clever but silences the wise. It offers freedom but binds the soul in invisible chains. And still, I call you out from among it, not to abandon life, but to live it more truly, more awake, more rooted in me. The world shouts, save yourself. But I whisper, surrender, and you will be saved. The world teaches you to compare, to compete, to climb over your brother, to touch the clouds. But I tell you, the clouds will part, and you will fall, unless you learn to stand upon love. The world gives crowns of metal. I give crowns of light. The world celebrates conquest. I celebrate compassion. Do not mistake the noise of the world for strength. The loudest are often the most afraid. True power is quiet. It moves like wind, unseen yet unstoppable. When you anchor your hope in me, you drink from an eternal well. But when you anchor it in the world, you draw water from a mirage. The world will tell you that I am far, that faith is folly, that your prayers are wasted on silence. It will laugh when you hope, and call your gentleness weakness. But I tell you, the laughter of the world is short-lived, for its joy has no roots. When storms come, its joy withers. But the one who trusts in me stands firm, for my love is not shaken by wind or time. The world is cunning, child. It will use even good things to draw you from me. It will turn ambition into pride, knowledge into arrogance, beauty into vanity, freedom into rebellion. It will promise progress, but leave your soul starving. It will teach you to chase after happiness while stealing the meaning of joy, and when it has emptied you, it will sell you comfort to fill the void it created. This is why I say, look to me, for I am not a shifting image or a passing feeling. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I do not change with the fashion of men or the politics of nations. I am not moved by applause nor diminished by doubt. The world may reject me, but I do not reject the world. I long to heal it through hearts that still listen. When you look to me, you find peace that the world cannot give. You find clarity in confusion, hope in despair, and love in a place where none should exist. I am not the comfort that dulls pain. I am the truth that transforms it. Those who turn their eyes to me learn to see differently. They see that failure is not the end, but a beginning. They see that humility is not weakness, but strength refined by light. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot look to me into the world for direction, for the world will always point you toward yourself, while I point you toward love. The world tells you to be seen. I tell you to be sincere. The world says, take. I say, give. The world says, you are what others think. I say, you are what you choose when no one is watching. Child, do you not see how the world confuses light with glitter and truth with noise? It builds idols of stone and calls them dreams. It honors lies because they are beautiful and silences truth because it is demanding. It teaches you to consume endlessly, to fill the ache with what can never satisfy. But you were not made for this hunger. You were made for communion with me, with love, with one another. Every soul that looks to the world for meaning becomes weary, because the world was never meant to carry eternity. It can entertain you, but not heal you. It can distract you, but not save you. Its pleasures are momentary, and its peace is counterfeit. Only I can give rest to the restless heart, for I am the home it longs for. When you trust in me, you walk by faith, not by sight. And though the path may seem uncertain, you will never be lost, for I am the light upon it. The world will mock your faith, call it foolishness, but I tell you, The wisdom of this world is foolishness in my eyes. It builds towers to reach heaven, yet forgets to look within. It multiplies knowledge, but loses wisdom. It invents new gods, fame, wealth, control, and kneels before them, blind to how they consume their worshippers. I do not ask you to despise the earth, for I made it beautiful. I ask you to see through it, to love creation, but not to confuse it with the Creator, to use the world as a vessel, not a throne, to live in it with open hands, knowing that all things pass but love endures. The reason you must look to me for the best outcome is because only I see the whole. The world judges by sight, by moment, by circumstance. It calls good what pleases and evil what challenges. But I see beyond the horizon. I see the purpose behind the pain, the rebirth hidden within loss. What you call failure, I often call foundation. What you call delay, I call preparation. Trust me, child, even when you cannot trace me. For faith is not sight, it is surrender. When you fix your eyes on me, you begin to see that all things, even what seems dark, can work together for good. The world cannot promise this. Its good ends with decay, its peace ends with change, its love ends with condition. But my love is not earned. It simply is. The world will tempt you to doubt me when you suffer. It will whisper, "If God is good, why does he allow pain?" But I tell you, pain is not the proof of my absence. It is often the place of my deepest presence. The fire that tests you is the same fire that purifies you. The silence that frightens you is the space where I am nearest. You must not let the world define good and evil for you. Its vision is short. Its motives are selfish. It calls greed ambition, lust freedom, and selfishness success. It praises the conqueror and forgets the peacemaker. But my kingdom is not of this kind. In my kingdom, the meek inherit, the merciful reign, and the pure in heart see God. When you look to the world for validation, you will always be hungry. The applause fades, the crowns rust, the wealth decays. But when you look to me, you find a glory that cannot be taken, a peace that cannot be bought. The soul that rests in me fears no loss, for it has already found its treasure. Do not be deceived, my beloved. The world dresses sin in silks and paints the door to destruction in gold. It will tell you that right and wrong are illusions, that truth is whatever you desire. But truth is not yours to make, it is mine to reveal. When you follow your own light, it will lead you in circles. When you follow mine, it will lead you home. You are in the world, but not of it. You were born into its rhythm, but your heart beats to a higher melody. Do not dull your spirit to match its noise. The world will tell you to blend in, but I created you to shine. To be kind when others are cruel, to be honest when lies are easier, to forgive when vengeance burns. The evil of the world is not only in its deeds, but in its forgetfulness. It forgets that love is sacred, that every life has worth, that compassion is power. It forgets that silence can heal and that humility can save. But you, my beloved, must remember. Remember me in the chaos. Remember me in the quiet. Remember me when the world tells you to forget. Do not hate the world, even in its darkness. Love it, but do not follow it. Serve it, but do not worship it. You are the salt of the earth, the light on the hill. If you withdraw your gaze from me, your light will dim. But if you keep your eyes fixed upon me, your flame will never die. And when the world mocks your hope, smile gently, for you know what it does not. That every empire falls, every illusion fades, but love remains. I am that love. I am the truth the world hides from itself. I am the end of all striving, the peace that surpasses all understanding. Come back to me, child. Lift your eyes from the screens, from the noise, from the endless race. Come into the silence, and there you will find me waiting, not with judgment, but with arms open, ready to show you that what you sought in 1,000 places was always within you, always me. The world will tell you I am far. I tell you I am here. It will tell you to run faster. I tell you to be still. It will tell you to be strong. I tell you to trust. It will offer you kingdoms. I offer you eternity. Choose well, my beloved. For what you choose, you become. If you choose the world, you will become its shadow, bright for a moment, gone with the wind. If you choose me, you will become light, unseen perhaps, but everlasting. Look to me, not because the world is evil, but because I am good. Look to me, not because you are afraid, but because you are loved. Look to me, and you will see that even in the midst of darkness, the stars still sing my name.